my channel, Jane of All Trades, coming at you with another vlog. So here we are in my third week of YouTube. YouTube is hard, that is for sure. If it wasn't for friends, I don't think anyone would be watching my content. Statistically, I'm getting a click through. Odd people are coming in and watching my content. It's really hard to differentiate when you click on your own video in YouTube. It adds that view, it adds your view, and it adds your view time. So I do what I can to avoid that kind of thing. And if I do have to watch it, and really I'm just watching it just that one last time to make sure that what is live is what I expect to be live and it's not a bad edit or something has gone wrong. So I only watch it the once I know that for a fact. One of those views was me, and then every other view is external, be it a subscriber or be it the far and away land. So when you're starting out, I'm starting out, I'm finding that balance. I'm trying to get those tips and get the help and advice that is provided already on YouTube to optimize the views, because you want in the least, regardless of your content, even if you don't think that your content is really up to scratch just yet, like with me when I'm umming and ahhing and oohing and taking my long pauses, etc., that these things will eventually roll themselves out and I'll become more confident with myself on camera. It's very unusual. I've lived a life behind the lens. I've always said I've got a face for radio, so maybe I should have started a podcast instead, but I really wanted to try this. So you've got a few hurdles to overcome. So you've got your confidence hurdle to overcome. You've got kind of getting used to seeing your own face. You don't spend a lot of time looking at your own face unless you're an absolute narcissist. But I'm not really a mirror gazer, so that's not something that I'm really interested in. And the other thing is, hearing your own voice recorded can be somewhat of a culture shock. I've been a musician and an artist and a singer for decades now, so you would think that the audio would be like a non-issue for me. That's actually not the case, because when you sing, your singing voice is completely different to your talking voice. Most people sing in like an American accent. I think how you sound when you sing and how you sound when you talk is just going to be two completely different things. And I think initially you're just going to like freak out, because I did. And I was like, oh my god, that's my accent. That's the way I talk. Why do I sound like I'm underwater? Why do I sound like my nose is permanently bunged up? You're just going to be very overly critical of how you look and how you sound. You are going to be staring at things incessantly because you know that's what you're self-conscious about, and you know that, as far as you're concerned, that's the issue. What other people see when they look at you is completely different. They have not lived inside your face. So they don't see it the same way that you see it. And I think that that's something that you can really keep in mind, is when you are doing your subconscious focus and you're like, oh no, I hate it because I've got a lazy eye. I do actually have an eyelid that is slightly lower than the other. I'm not naturally symmetrical. I'm out of twisted gravestones. And these are the things that you just kind of tend to focus in on. But that's not what someone is focusing on when they are watching you. Especially if they're interested in what you have to say. So they're maybe not looking at you going, oh my goodness. But they might actually just be going, oh well, that's just another person. Because just like you are used to seeing other people who are completely different all for the day is long. So unless you're a nasty piece of work, you're not going to be out and about all day every day just judging and scrutinising. You're actually going to be walking right past people without even seeing them, but in their world, in their mind, they think that everyone around them can see what they see, and that's just wrong. Sometimes you just gotta just slam on, put yourself out there. And I can imagine that if you are a celebrity and you don't really conform to the norms, you're probably going to be focused on for that element, and I can imagine that that would be super duper frustrating, because you're maybe not the skinniest of rakes, or you're not the best, like, you know, you're not your kind of traditional good looking, but you're good looking in your different kind of characteristic kind of way, you know. And there is an old saying that imperfections adds character, but what a lot of people take from that is, especially shallow people, will just take that at absolute face value. So they think that if you've got an imperfection, then it's adding physical character. Wrong, absolutely wrong. What it means is the character is within, it's how you overcome, and it's how you build on these imperfections to turn them into perfections. That's what character is. Character is on the inside, not on the outside. So if you've got a physical feature and somebody is saying, oh well, that's fine because it builds character, is basically, it's the building blocks of you, of the inside. It's nothing to do with the outside at all, and only an idiot would think that. Moving swiftly along. So what have I done since my second week in YouTube to now my third week in YouTube? I've been doing a lot more strategic planning. My channel is a bit of a multiverse, and that is going to cause maybe a few problems in itself, because perhaps someone would really like the vlogs, or perhaps someone really likes the tutorials but is not interested in the vlogs. And then you've got any of the crafts that I'm doing, maybe the vloggers or the tutorial people I'm not interested in. Oh well, I don't want to go near a sewing machine, but I like the music and film aspect to your channel. So I'm trying to find ways where it's all in the same channel but still has some kind of divide. So what I've decided to do is to almost brand every element. So instead of doing different thumbnails for absolutely everything, if I'm doing different content, then that is going to warrant its own unique thumbnail. But I've branded my vlog thumbnail, so the only thing that's ever going to be different on that thumbnail is just the text. So they're all actually going to look the same. So whenever a new vlog goes out, it's really going to be the same thumbnail with different text. So I've done that for vlogs. I've also started a new section called tutorial shorts. And the reason I've done this is because I realised that some of my videos were a bit exponential in length. I'd really chatty, here's my background, me. And I thought if someone just wanted to know how to Facetune in Photoshop, then they're really kind of having to find that in amongst a 30-minute video. And I didn't think that was fair. And I was also kind of thinking about me and about what I look for when I want a tutorial. So if I was in the middle of something and I was, I can't figure this out, I don't know how to do it, I'd want to jump into YouTube, search for that thing, and for it to be a 2 or 3 minute video just on that specific thing so that I can get on with my work. I don't want to jump in and then see that every single tutorial is 30 minutes long and have to jump through to find exactly what I was looking for. If that was the mentality that I had, then I would naturally gravitas towards the shorter video that seemed more specific. So it's like, how to such and such in Adobe, and then I would just jump straight into that because the video was 2 minutes long, whereas maybe the first 2 videos were 15 minutes long. What is this guy doing in 2 minutes that takes these other 2 15 minutes? Probably talking a hell of a lot less, and probably getting to the point, probably not giving me 5 minutes of spiel. Hi, welcome to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, I'm partnered with this guy, I'm partnered with that guy, I also sell merch, I also have my own website, I also have my own business, would you like to see my shoes? It just goes on and on and on sometimes, and that is another reason why I put my drivel at the end of a video. Again, that's kind of contrary to recommendations. Oh, it only takes a second to say like and subscribe. I know, but I would rather it just at the end. I don't mind using my kind of cinema, like I use like CinemaScape so that I can always keep my logo. I can keep a subscribe button on. I can add little things at the bottom saying don't forget to like. These are all things that I've got planned that I want to do, so that when I make a video I've got the odd thing, the odd reminder just popping in and out, so that the video can stay on point and it can stay on focus, and it doesn't have to be 5 minutes of don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I think we all know YouTube well enough that if we like something we can sub, and if we don't like something we can completely ignore it, or we can give it a thumbs down if we're that way inclined. We've done this before. So that's the kind of road I'm going down. I've also got 2 new segments on the way, and again it's very much based on like my interests in storytelling. You know, I actually quite enjoy just sitting in front of the camera talking to you guys. The vlog side of it has become like one of my favourite elements. To be able to talk and to be able to critique, I think, is quite important. So that's where we are at on week 3. So on week 3 we're kind of already starting to think about Jane of All Trades as the brand. How am I going to separate like my internal structure of Jane of All Trades? I think another bonus, just before we close this up, using thumbnails that have some level of continuity is really going to be a bonus to you, because people are going to remember. So even if they jump into a video and they watch that video in its entirety, at that point they may not like and they may not subscribe because they don't know you and they haven't seen any more of your content yet. It may take a couple of shots before you actually get that person to stand up and say, oh, actually I quite like these, and the subject that I keep searching for, this person keeps popping into my suggestions, and they're going to remember you because of your thumbnail. And I honestly think that a thumbnail is the most important thing on YouTube, and there's still so many YouTubers that just aren't really making any effort. They're just using a bit from the video. But I think a good thumbnail is excellent. I like kind of quite clean and clear. I actually think that stands out from the noise, because so many people cram absolutely everything, including the kitchen sink, into their thumbnail, and I personally am put off by an overly busy thumbnail. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I do feel because I wonder if the thumbnail is that busy and erratic and unorganised, is their content going to be the same? I mean, if they're trying to ram absolutely everything down my throat in a thumbnail, then am I going to end up watching one of these people that gives me 10 minutes of don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, buy from me, buy this, do that, constant instruction, constant call to action, and then actually only 2 minutes of the whole video once I've watched all the adverts and done all the bits and pieces that is actually going to be, you know, like is it going to have any substance in the end? You know, when I see a thumbnail that is clean and clear and to the point, I too like a thumbnail that's actually got the person in it. I like a thumbnail that's maybe just got a little bit of something else in it, and that's it. So maybe 2 or 3 elements is all I'm interested in when I'm kind of looking at a thumbnail, and that it looks quite well put together, like it looks thought out. I've got a lot of tubers that I do subscribe to, and that's the exact same thumbnail premise that they use. Is it's usually just them. It's usually not even any text or anything. It's usually just a picture of them doing the face thing, and that seems to be what appeals to me, because then I just assume that the content beneath that thumbnail is going to be as clean and as clear and as well thought out as the thumbnail itself. So that's it for my 3rd week on YouTube. We're not even we've not reached the 28-day mark yet, so that's really going to be where the statistics are really going to be setting themselves. So we're going to be setting themselves on the 28 days, and then the next 28 days will be compared to the previous 28 days. So we're really going to be able to utilise the analytics, which I'm quite excited about. So that's us come to a close. So feel free to smash the like button, as one of my favourite YouTubers would say, or you can get into the subs and feel free to subscribe. There's more vlogs coming, more tutorials coming, more music coming, more film coming, everything is coming. And if you subscribe, you'll be able to see how I'm rolling out those thumbnails, and you as a viewer can decide, is it easier to differentiate with branded thumbnails. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.